ասում եմ։ Միստ եզեք, Armenia մրցույթի հաղթող է ճանաչվում Nane Avetisյանը։
First of all, there was no difference for me. Like, you know, the purpose was to find the place where I can say my mind, when I can say everything that's on my mind, and like my beliefs, etc. So there was no difference for me, Miss Universe or Miss World. That's it.
To work with Miss World organization or Miss Universe organization, we have a big difference. Miss World is dedicated to the service, to the volunteerism, to the Beauty with a Purpose project. If you have not a great Beauty with a Purpose project, it's impossible to win the crown.
I thought, but because I had a very rich, like, background concerning to charity work and concerning to, like, as you mentioned, to propose. So that's why they said that it's okay for you to participate on Miss World as well, because my background was like very rich in that sphere. So but when I heard that I'm winning in Miss Universe, I felt that I don't know. I felt that there is no difference, because I have that platform already, that where I can say my mind, where I can talk about my beliefs, where I can talk about what I really care about, and that's it. Okay. Well, my name is Nane. I am from Armenia, from Yerevan. I was born here. Now I live here, and I think that I will live here forever, because I love my country. I love my city very well, and I can't imagine my life without my Armenia, because people here are very nice, and also I love my country. I am a kind of a patriot as well. I'm 24 years old. I have I am a lawyer, but at this time I work at the charity, International Charity Foundation, where we are always planning projects for development science, for development of the culture and sport. I love my job, and this is not only job for me, this is also my lifestyle. So I can say that I enjoy my work progress. Sometimes people asking why you don't work as a lawyer, and the answer is simple, because maybe one day I will work as a lawyer, but not now, because especially after war, my country is in a very bad situation, and I will always do my best to help my people, to help the ones who need that. I am also a very active girl, so I like sport very much. From 17 years old, I practice horse riding, and because I adore horses, I adore their spirit, like that's kind of a wild things in them. And also the horse riding is not about the horse and not about the equestrian. It's also about the spirit, it's about freedom, it's about the winds, the nature. But at the same time, I hate when people torture them. So we have to be very careful with them. For example, with my horse, I don't like to bite them. I don't like to do something that they don't like. And I'm always trying to keep that balance. And I love them as a mother loves their children. So that's it about hippodrome, about horse riding. I'm also very active in that sphere of dancing. I go to gym 3 times of a week, or now when I win, especially now, I go to gym almost every day, and that is hard as well, but I'm trying to like achieve the best goal, because it's an honor for me to represent my country, to represent my nation. That's it. I also a big fan of wine. You know, I like to drink wine, but not too much. Maybe just a glass of wine, and that's kind of relaxing for me. And I love people in general. I love nature. I'm a very philanthropist. Before that job, before working in a charity foundation, I worked as, in general, I started to work from my 13th, and because I had a very, very big family, I can even say huge family, where I have 8 sisters and 2 brothers. Well, I started to work, yes, very soon, and from my 13th. First of all, I worked as a, you know, as a Disney princess for children. You know, when they give you kind of stuff like a very beautiful dress and hair, etc., a wig special, they do the makeup, and you have to like talk with children because it's their birthday, etc. So my first job was something like that, and because I was very tall, people always thought that I'm maybe 15, 16, not 13 for sure, because if they knew I'm 13, they would say, okay, Nanajan, bye, we can't hire you. But well, I started to work, and that was my first job. And after I worked during summer, I worked when I was a pupil. Then at university, I worked at night shifts, so I had very hard days. But the purpose was that I wanted to be like independent. I didn't want to like ask my father or ask my mother to give some money, etc. And at the same time, I also took care of my brothers and sisters. That was also very nice experience for me. And before that job, I was working in a IT company, in a huge company, as a product marketing manager. So, but afterward, I decided that I have to change my my job. I have to change everything. And except I was also a teacher at a high school where I teach to pupils basic law. I can say something like that. I was volunteering. I decided to go on charity sphere totally. So because that's the thing I adore to help people. I can make connection with anyone. That's not very hard for me, and even more I like it. And I love to make different connections, to help some people, to listen them, to listen about their problems, to solve that kind of problems. And that's it. Now I'm working as a chief operations officer at the International Foundation. And you know, when I wanted to change my job, and I said to my like friends or relatives that I want to change my job, and I saw a job application as a chief operations officer, everyone told me that you can't do that because in Armenia it doesn't work like this. If you want to get that kind of job, you have to have like very give me a minute, like you have to have connections, and because it works like that, and without any connection you can make it work. But I tried anyways, and now I'm working there. So one of the purposes is to like give that message that nothing is impossible. Even if everybody told you that you are not enough, you are too young, it doesn't work like this. You have to try, and you have to do that, because if you think that you can do that, you have to try at least. Maybe you will fail, maybe you will win, but in all cases you have to try. And that's it. And now I'm working 24/7. Really, my job is like kind of, it's hard. It's really hard because a lot of projects, a lot of people, like sometimes a lot of problems, sometimes a lot of questions you have to answer. You have to do your job the best way that you can. So that's it. But at the same time, I'm very grateful that I have a job like that, that I have a family like that, that I have that kind of supportive friends. So that's it, a small introduction about me. Well, the word that can describe me the best, it's like I could, maybe it would be the word phoenix. You know, there are the the bird, yes, the bird like that dies and relive again. So I think that it will be the phoenix, because first of all, that bird inspired me a lot in my life. When I was in my baddest situation, and when I was broke, when I was sad that well, I was doing the job that I don't like, because I was, as I told, I was studying, I was working, and that was really very difficult for me, especially when I had the best university here in Armenia and the hardest one. So and that time when I thought about it, that I am on my baddest situation, I always thought that I will relive again, more stronger, more beautiful, and more stronger again at the same time. So that's it. I think that will be the word phoenix. Man quality.
Yes, you.
Like, where, you know, that's very funny, because a few days ago when we was in Tsahkadzor, we had a kind of workshop with all contestants there, and we had to bring something, anything that we want, and to represent it everyone. Well, I bring with me my diary, my notebook, and there was full of 25 like characteristical things that my men have to have. Well, we read all of them, and we laughed a lot, because that was really funny. But I wrote that when I was 19, so I'm 24. Like, I have to say one thing or a few things?
Two. I'm generous, two.
Two things. Okay. That's, I guess that's the intellect. In like, he have to have intellectual qualities, first of all, and that's for fun. He have to have tall as I am, because you know, in Armenia it's very hard to find a tall man. But he have to, if we are talking seriously, he have to have intellectual values, and he have to be very, very like, I'm looking for a word. Oh, I forgot that word in English. Like, no cheating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, loyal. Yeah, he has to have loyal. So the intellectual values and loyalty, I think that, and I well, that's okay. Okay, two things. So that's it. I also wanted he to love me a lot, because that's also. Well, it's, you know, it's honestly, it's very hard. I am waking up at 6 a.m. and going to sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep very early, but sometimes I can stay awake from 2 a.m. So, but in general, I am, yeah, because there are tons of work to do. But actually, I am trying to do my best, and I'm, for example, last week I woke up all day at 6 a.m., prepared for my job, prepare for my project, etc. And during the day we are having kind of photo shoots. So all the time when I feel that it is hard, I remember that that was me who chose that way, and I have to do it great, not because I don't want to disappoint anyone. So I don't want they to think that I won. Okay, now I'm not doing my best to prepare. So it's hard really, because job, like you know, the job at the contest, etc. But I'm very good manager, I can say, and I'm doing everything in that time. Well, I always wanted to become a model, You know, that was the thing that like I was always interested in that sphere. But when I was 13, there was a competition called Miss Pupil, something like this. But that was not professional show. That was just a small, very small competition where I won. I was 13 or maybe 15. I don't remember at this time exactly. But after that, I had a lot of requests to participate in other competition, but my mom always taught me that first of all, you have to take care about your education, because you know that it's very important. So I always like thought that first of all comes education, then that's thing. And from my 17th or 18th, I always wanted to take participation in that kind of concourse, but I didn't do that because I was I felt that I'm not ready yet, because first of all, I was busy at studying, at working, and I had no time for that. And now when it is just my work, I mean, there is no university, nothing. Well, I felt that I'm ready for that, especially I had already a kind of a nice job. I had like biography, I did the project, and I can talk about them. And like, you know, I am ready for that kind of concourse. I wasn't like totally ready because I had no professional photos or videos or something, or modeling background, but I felt that this is the right time to take participation.
You can win the crown of Miss Universe or Miss World without modeling back home. I have some Miss Worlds of some former Miss World. We have no back home in modeling, and she wins the crown. She won the crown. It's possible.
Yes.
Modeling. It's not the good way to win Miss Universe or Miss World.
I agree with you, but you know, there is a like kind of thing like this. Okay, now I am having a photo shoot, and because of I am not, I can't pose professionally, I get not a very perfect kind of photos. So that's that's the thing that I don't like, because if I had a lot of experience at that sphere, I could have better photos or better videos, etc. So now I'm trying like to work, I'm trying to like pose very good, and that's it. That's what I mean. But in general, yes,
you can learn to pose, you can learn to walk. But back home in modeling, it's not important. You can learn in 2 months this, and you can win the crown of Miss Universe.
You know, I had a lot of dreams, and yes, one of that maybe is to win that kind of competition. But you know, as at the first, I didn't thought about winning. When I was started to like participate in that competition, I didn't think about winning. I was thinking about, like, first of all about casting, and second one about our workshop, and then voila, I see that I won. And now it is not like kind of I dream about winning. No, that's like that's not a purpose. That's just the way that I can find a better and bigger platform to say something that I think about, and to help more people and to help more nations. And that's it. That's the thing I took. Maybe I don't know if I will win, if I will lose, or even if I go to top 20. I don't know that, but I will do my best to do that, and the result we will see. Well, you know, I think that it's not one thing, it's complexity of qualities. So maybe I am not the most beautiful girl in this world, because there are a lot of beautiful girls. Maybe I am not the most smart girl in that world, or maybe I don't know, the best girl in that world, because there is the one who is the best, and there is the other one who is like I can say more best than that one. Yeah, but I think that it's the complexity of appearance with kindness, with intelligence, and there is a kind of stereotypes that people think that whole models, like, they are not very smart, they are not independent, they have producer, etc., etc. I want to show the world that the models can be and smart and independent and beautiful and kind, and a lot of qualities, like complexity of qualities that will win. Not the one quality will win during the competition, but will win complexity.
The global word for this is your personality. Yeah, your best asset to win the crown of Miss Universe is your personality. I will make it short. As I started to work since my 13th, I worked a lot. I had a kind of different jobs. Like, I was working with children, I was working in IT sphere, marketing, etc., etc. And when that was a time to choose my university, I don't know, I couldn't decide what to choose, because I wanted to become an actress, I wanted to become a model as well, a lawyer as well, and also, I don't know, different things were that I was thinking I will become. And then I chose the best university here in Armenia, where I can learn not only lawyering, but as well as languages, philosophy, etc. So that's why I chose French university, because it is one of the best here in Armenia and one of the hardest. But when I finished my education, I was still thinking, what will I do? What will I work, etc., which is like my purpose in this life, and what I have to do. And then when they asked me, which is your profession, like who you are, that was hard for me to answer that I am a lawyer, because I am not only a lawyer. Yeah, I have a law education, but at the same time, I worked as a marketing sphere. I worked at IT sphere. I worked with children, etc. So that was hard to me. And that time I decided that I don't have to special way, like a doctor, lawyer or something. I will be Nane, just a kind of profession like Nane. That's a profession where you can inspire everyone, where you can help everyone, you can not only help people physically, but morally as well. So that's the thing that, and that's the complexity of kind of values, that it's even hard for me to explain how am I doing that? How I do that? My pupils, they are demotivated. First of all, they don't want to study, but then they become the most motivated person in the class. You are just Nane.
I'm just.
Your best asset is you. Your best asset is you. Your personality. Only.
Yes. Yeah. I something like this. Yeah. And my history, my everything that that affected me, the hard days when I go through that, and that's it. I guess that the biggest asset is me, complexity of my values. That's it. Yeah, no, I love gym, really. I love it, but the most hard part is first of all, it's waking up early, because I am a kind of night person. I like to sleep 4 a.m. or maybe 3 a.m. and wake up at 10 or 11. But the most hard part is to wake up early, and except of that, it's time management. When you have to do your projects and at the same time go to photo shoots, go to makeup, hair, etc. So that's the hardest part for me. And especially when I wake up early, sometimes I feel during the day that I can't already, I want to sleep. What is going on? I have to go. And especially when you are taking taxi, it's also very different with bags, where you have to handle with you your clothes, your makeup, your irons for your hair, and you're calling them, where are you, taxi, I can't find you, and that's the hardest part. But I don't know, I like the process. That's really very fun. I am sure that after I will remember that with a smile on my face. Well, what I'm looking for, that's kind of a hard question. That's the first time that I will participate in that kind of international competition, and I really can only imagine what will be there. But I'm looking for a kind of positive vibes. I'm looking for a new friendship and new histories that can that can do my life richer. Yeah, I can say something like that. And that's the thing that I'm looking for. I'm looking also for more people with different stories. I want to listen their stories as well, and tell about my story as well, and to make connection with them, to have a different kind of conversation, maybe kind of debates and something like that. And I hope that I will represent my country the best way, and a lot of other countries will know and will listen and will know about my Armenia, because our country is very small and the majority doesn't even know where is its situation. But my country has a very, very rich cultural and historical values that I wanted to show people. I want to tell. I also want to tell another nations how bad and the baddest thing is in the world, which is the war. I want to tell how my country passed through that days, what we lost, what we found, and I want to tell about kind of like everyone. And I wish that everyone will know, sometimes not sometimes, but now at schools we were told that about heroes, different about different kings or persons, like historical characters who did a lot of things for their country, and the biggest of that heroes are the ones who did their borders, they make their country bigger. Yeah, is it clear?
Yeah.
By conquering, by taking the others territories, etc. I wish that one day we will think and we will understand then that there is nothing good and nothing positive to make your country bigger, because you are doing that by killing, by destroying. You are doing that by the bad way. You are killing a father of a children. You are killing a young boy who was, I don't know, who was planning his wedding, etc., etc. So I wish that everyone one day will understand that there is no good thing in the war, and will be smart enough to understand that to have strong nation, there is no need to there is no need for war, and we don't have to fight with each other, because now it is not I don't know, it is not the times when we have to kill anyone to have a place on this earth. We just can go and live wherever we want, whenever we want, and it will be okay for everyone. But if we are killing, if we are torturing somebody just to make our country bigger, that's a real hell. And no one will win except businessmen who sell the the guns, or just it may be good for someone's ego, only that. And a lot of young boys, a lot of families will be destroyed. A lot of human beings will be dead just because of territory. We can call it we can call it the way it's they are heroes, they fight it for this thing or for that thing. We can do a very, very beautiful world, to make the situation more like interesting or more spiritual, etc., etc. But at the end, we all have to understand that it is about killing, it is about destroying, it is about like people who will be not happy even once in their lifetime. A lot of people will lose their homes, etc. So I want that if anyone will understand that, if anyone, we will have a better nation, we will have a better, like the situation of earth will be better. And the heroes, I wish that one day we could call heroes the ones who were like creating, who will like doing the best things, not just to go and take another country's like territory, another country territory, but to develop their own country, because there is a place for everyone. And if there is no place in your country, at least if there is not just I don't know, little place for you, at least you can live and where you want. So no one can say that no, you don't have to leave your country, etc. So that's the thing I wanted to tell about, and to tell about details. I wanted to tell how the real hell looks like. And people are like always, they have, we were told that for example, yeah, Alexander the Great was a real hero because he did something. But I wanted to say, yeah, maybe at that time they were heroes because humans relations wasn't as deep as now, because they didn't have like emotions like we have now. Maybe at that time he was a hero, but in that century when everything is so developed, like technology, etc., etc., we can live in a better environment, and we can create that environment by thinking, by analyzing the situation, and not be stereotyped that if you win it during the war, you are a hero. That is not that way. If you can avoid the war, so you are a hero. If you can develop your country without killing, without destroying, so you are a hero. And that's it. That's the thing I believe that I can do.
If you win the crown of Miss Universe, do you want to promote this cause during your reign?
Yes, I will promote. I have a lot of things that I would promote. For example, I will promote for young ladies that they don't have to be stereotyped. They can be independent. They can, you know, Armenia is a kind of a country where the woman's considered less than the man. And you can see it everywhere, especially in villages. You can see that how less woman is considered. And I wanted to say everyone, and in the girls in my country and in other countries as well, that they can be independent, they can do whatever they want to do. They just need a good education. And by saying a good education, I don't mean only university. They have to be like self-educated as well. They have to read good books, etc. So learn the languages, I don't know, do anything that they can do at this time. And they can be independent, and in the baddest and in the hardest situation, they have to choose the right way, because it may seem like impossible to do the things right way, even if you are in a hard situation. But you have to always choose the right way, because nothing is impossible in this world, especially in that century. And I wanted to support whole young ladies which are stereotyped by the others. I wanted to say them that nothing is impossible. A lot of people will say that you can't do that because it doesn't work like this way, it works like that way. I wanted to they be free, and I wanted to they do whatever they want. And one of the second thing that I wanted to promote, that's the war that I already told, my view of that word and my view of heroes. And except of that, I wanted also talk about my personal history, like how I was born in a very big family. how I go through very hard times, very hard days, because it is more easier when you have, for example, 2 or 3 brothers, but you have when you have like 8 sisters, 2 brothers, and they have a lot of needs. You have to help them. You have to have your parents, and it is very hard to be to live in a like big and huge family. I wanted also to share my history with them, and to show how one person can change like the system. Yes, something like that. And I always dreamed that I can be the one who will change the system. Like they're understood about war, they're understood about being independent, about being a strong woman, about being like self-confident at the same time, even if your nose is not perfect, even if your lips are not like kind of big, etc. So as now is like very popular. Yes, even if you don't have perfect face or perfect body, you can be the one who has normal face and normal like appearance, but at the same time you have to bring kind of values. That's the thing that matters. Well, you know, I was always thinking about the system of education in my country. You know, when I grow up, I realized that we have very poor quality of education, especially we have new system where is a high school and middle school, and I wanted to change that system because it doesn't work. You know, after graduating my university, I started to work in a high school where I was teaching basic law for people. And what I mentioned that like the teachers, they don't want to explain children anyone. They just, you know, people just sitting there listening kind of music or doing whatever, they taking selfies, etc., and doing whatever they want to do. And I wanted to change that system, and I want to make the things to get better system of education. I wanted also to have a good schools here in Armenia. For example, me, when I was a student, we had no special class for biology, for example, for physical culture, etc. So, you know, the situation is very poor here in Armenia, and they don't actually the majority of people don't learn enough. And also I wanted to like develop the system of education here in Armenia, because I believe that everything in this life starts from education. And the education is not that which school are you going, or which university is that the best one or anything else. You have to have a good education so you can do a lot of good things for your country and for yourself and for your family and for this earth in general. And you know, I wanted to have schools where people can find like special laboratories for biological classes. I wanted to have schools where teachers will be well educated to explain the people's not only the dates, not only like the numbers, but the way of thinking as well, the way of being competitive when you are starting to work, and a lot of things like that no one teaches us when we are people. We even you know, the universities are in a better condition, but the schools, especially the middle and high school, that's totally absurd here in Armenia. And I hope that I can do anything good for that. And even if I didn't win, even if I didn't become like next Miss Universe, I will not stop. And I worked on that. After graduating, I'm working right now. We are creating different projects for like pupils, educational and scientific projects. And after, I will continue that. At my 24th, I had a chance to participate in that competition. Maybe at my 30th, I have a chance to become like the Minister of Education and Science, maybe. And like, I mean that I am not counting only in that competition. I am counting on me, and that's my lifelong project, you know. That's it.
If you don't win the crown of Miss Universe, you pursue this project because it's your life project.
Yes, yes, I can say something. One of my life projects as well. I can say like
It's
this.
a big and great project. And
Yes, yes,
you have a hard time for the future.
yes, yes. And what is the most important for me, I really care about that. And that's why I'm sure that I will do that. You know, I had a professor once. He told us that we have to work. No, he asked us, first of all, what are you thinking? What are you thinking before going to sleep? And a lot of students like say, I'm thinking of that. He said that you have to work in that sphere. So in that sphere, what you are thinking before sleeping. So that's the thing I really care about. That's the thing I think before go to sleep. And I'm sure that I will be the one who will do that thing for my country.
We have a contact with France.
Yes, I can speak French as well. Yes, I have 2 diplomas, one from Armenian University, French University in Armenia, and the second one is the university, you know, it's called Jean Moulin Lyon 3.
Yes.
In France. So I also speak French very good. That's it.
I'm French by birth. It's my country. I live in France 6 months, and I live in United States 6 months per year. It's my travel all time. I move with my cats.
It's so we can talk in French. I see no problem. So if you want, I'm ready.
No, in English it's perfect. You have no problem. I understand all your speech. It's not a problem. If you.
Well, I will change like the mentality of I will try to change the mentality of humans. And as I told that I really, you can do a lot of things in your life. You can be like the richest person, or I don't know, the like alpha person in your life, yes, but when war happens, that doesn't matter. So I wanted to like give that message that we don't have a war anymore, and it have to be like stopped in general. So if one day any country wants to war with another one, it must be stopped, because nothing good will happen during that war. I'm saying only few peoples will become more richer, and only few peoples whose egos will be higher. That's the only thing that the good thing that war can bring us. And from the other hand, we will have a lot of young boys died during a war, a lot of children without father or without even mother sometimes, a lot of dreams that are not complete, and a lot of like destroyed places and territories, and a lot of sadness, a lot of like bad things. That is a real hell. I don't know, a lot of people don't think about war because it never happened to them, and they may think like, what the hell are you talking about? That's okay, our life is okay. But trust me, one day if you wake up from the call and someone will tell you that there is a war in your border, nothing will matter. Not your crown, not your money, nothing will matter. And day by day you will listen that 60 boys, like young boys, were died another day, and you will wait for their names because you are always trying to find the name of your relative, of your friend, etc. And that is a real hell for anyone, I think. And that's the thing that I wanted to change in this world. I wanted to stop the war. And even if that time it's like you don't care about that, make sure that one day you will care. If we don't stop it today, a kind of genocide, a kind of like tortures, etc. So one day will touch you as well. So now it is not late yet. It's not late. We have to stop that. And also I wanted to give that message that we have to have our planet. We have to take care of them. And if one day, like if war depends on people, like climate in the half, it doesn't depend on people. And if we are continuing like acting this way, and to destroying our nature, our animals, etc., like making jewelry from I don't know, elephants, teeth, or etc., or from crocodiles, etc., etc. One day we will have a total collapse. And I wanted to give that message as well, that we have to just love everything, love people, love nature, and love our planet. Live, create, like enlightening our country, our family, our nation, etc. So, and that should be the only point of everyone. Well, you know, I'm not that kind of person who loves to like make plans. I don't like planning anything. I'm acting considering the situation. And at this time, I guess I cannot answer to that question. It depends. Like maybe yes, why not? Why not? Maybe yes. If I'll have offers, if I'll have like, or if I'll find something interesting, I will take a part of it. You know, why not? But at the same time, I have a dream to work, like to develop my country, to make my country a better place to live. So maybe, well, it depends. If I can do that thing like that way, by using pageantry or etc., I will do that way. But at the second hand, like I can do in other way, for example, working in a kind of a, I don't know, in a government, or like international organizations like I don't know, UN, like UNICEF or anything else. So that's it.
Because I ask you this question because your cause is the same way of the motto of Miss Grand International. The motto of Miss Grand International is "Stop the War." And
well,
I see
hear that, and I'd love to take a part of that competition. And that's that will be not a kind of competition for me. That will be just a platform where I can say what I think as a girl who like saw the war. I saw it really. I had a friends. We lost a lot of our friends. They lost their houses, and right now, even when I'm working in a international foundation, we are doing a lot of projects with soldiers, with I don't know, with families who lost their homes, etc. I see that. I see that they wanted to become a heroes, but the only thing that they became, that a young boy who can even walk, just who can even breathe himself. So that's the reality. And the war doesn't create the heroes. It only creates like half person. We have to, and they have to like not live, but they have to try to live. You know, that's the thing.
For the moment, you have concentrate for Miss Universe. It's the time for Miss Universe after you see. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Well, exactly, not that much. I wasn't that kind of girls who wants to take a photo of everything they do, because first of all, I don't have enough time for that, and except that, I don't like to share anything. But after this competition, I was forced to do, I was forced to do that, because I have like my followers always ask me, where are you? What are you doing? They have a question, so I'm trying to do that, and also to activate my Facebook and Instagram accounts. Like my accounts weren't like very like they worked, like I had 2,000 maybe followers, but now I'm trying to get more and more followers, because I need more people who will support me, and that's it.
And what is your preference, Instagram or Facebook?
You know, my Facebook is more active than Instagram. I don't know why. Even I post a lot of things on Instagram, more things than on Facebook. But my Facebook is more active. I don't understand why, but you know, I prefer more. I guess there is no difference for me. Honestly, there is no difference for me because I love both of them. But most of all, I post in Instagram. Thus, I have more followers on Facebook. Who win pageantry, or in general a model that I love?
No, beauty queen is only title holder, beauty of pageantry.
Well, I have to think about that because I never thought before who's my favorite. Like, I guess that you know. First of all, I have to say that I was inspired. Gohar, who is our organizer, our director of the foundation of Miss Armenia, she inspired me a lot. Even she didn't win Miss Universe or she that kind of competition, but she inspired me a lot, and she's Armenian woman. Who is very strong, who has a big family, like 5 children, and she's at the same time she's very beautiful and very kind. So she inspired me a lot, and that was because of her that I signed for that kind of competition. So I know maybe I had to say someone who won Miss Universe, but I will be honest. And this is our Gohar Harutyunyan, who inspired me a lot as a character of Armenian woman who is smart, who is strong. She is managing whole that world, Miss Universe, concerning to Miss World and Miss Universe, whole that work, and she is also very honest, and which is most important thing for me. She's kind of she has a kind of great family, and she's mother of 5 children. So I think that's she who inspired me a lot.
Do you want to be mother in future?
Yes, of course, and I'd love to have big family as well as I had. So maybe not 11 children like my father did, but at least 4, 5, 6, something like that. Yeah. You know, I have big families.
Yes, I have no children. I can't to be pregnant, but I have cats at the place.
And to do what they love to do. If anyone doesn't want to have children, or wants to have 2 children, etc. So that's okay if anyone doesn't want to have children.
I try to be pregnant. I take a lot of treatment, medical treatment, but I can't. It's a life, and we normally we start the process of adoption next year.
Oh, that's also perfect. You know, you can have a ready family,
Yes.
and you don't keep you know what is the most stressful for me, that to be pregnant, and also it hurts sometimes, that kind of discomfort, you know. And
yes, I try to be pregnant. I have a lot of treatment, and it's very uncomfortable because you have the same sign of pregnancy, but no pregnancy. I understand what do you do? What do you say? But to be pregnant is magical. I have my sister saying me to be pregnant. Pregnancy is magical. She has 4 children.
But if I always think that if you can't change the situation, you can at least you can change your point of view. So I guess that if you think positive, in a positive way, well, it will work. So there is not yes, I know that's kind of you know, kind of a sad situation when you want to have a children, your own children, etc. But anything that happens in the world happens for a good. So I guess that your child that you will adopt, she or he will.
If I can't adopt, it's my children. It's not I'm not the differentiation between real children or adopted children. For me, it's the same.
Yeah, and except you will do some kind of a great work, because you know in this world there are a lot of children who need us and who needs a family, who needs that kind of like attention, etc. So except you will have your children, you will like save anyone from that life, and you will give a better. So kind of you are also like that's charity as well. So well, I love guilty pleasure, you know, I love horse riding. I love to spend the time in the nature, and I guess that's a horse riding, and without horses it's hard for me to imagine my life. Like that's some kind of a hobby for me, and at the same time that's the thing that I love the most to do, like to talk with my horses, to listen to music. You know, my horse also, they like music, and especially classic music, and sometimes we are like going and we are walking together, we are listening to music, and we are riding, we are like jumping, etc. So that's the thing I love to do, really.
And what is your favorite song at this moment?
At this moment, there are a lot of songs. At this moment, you know, I love the songs of Aerosmith band, but also I love to listen like pop music as well. There are a few artists that I like the most. For example, Adele. I see that kind of strong and spiritual woman in her eyes, or in her like image, etc. I love her. And there was a boy from Germany, Henning Mai called. His voice also is very good. Yesterday, all day I listened to songs of Garu. He's a French singer. I'm sure you know him.
It's not French. It's a Canadian singer.
Really? I always thought that he's a French singer.
No, he starts the career, the song career in French, but in France, but it's a Canadian singer.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay. Well,
I know Garo.
Well, you know, for a short time, like for example, if I am right, that's for a year, yes?
1 year, yes.
Yeah, I am ready, and not only I'm ready, I am so excited to do that. But that's not kind of like a thing that scares me. I am very good managed person, so I can live. Of course, I will miss my big family. I will miss my sisters and brothers, but I am ready. Yes, why not? It will be good experience as well.
You don't live alone, because it's it's a big apartment, and you live with Miss USA.
Oh, that's perfect. Even better. Even better.
And sometimes we have Miss Teen USA in this apartment.
Who? Miss
Teen USA. It's the sister of Miss USA, because Miss USA is for 19 person, and Miss Teen USA is for before 18. And we have Miss Teen, and Miss USA. Well, Miss Teen is not here all time because she's a student generally, but we live with Miss USA and Miss Teen USA sometimes.
Oh, okay, that's
it's a big, I visit this apartment, and it's a big apartment. You have a great view. It's in the center of New York, near the 5th Avenue.
Well, I think that's such a good idea. I don't think that we will have any kind of like negative relations. I think that we will become like very friendly. And I know from my part, I was born in the family when I had a sister who is like 10 years 15 years older than me. I have a brother who is 11 years younger than me, so it is very simple for me to make connection with anyone. And at the same time, I was always the one who helped my siblings to do their homeworks, etc., so I can help them as well. Well, your questions were pretty good. You know, sometimes I am having the interviews with a kind of like boring questions. Like they are asking, I don't know, maybe a plastic surgery or I don't know, stuff like this. And your questions were pretty good. Let me think about the question. Well, I wanted also to answer about my experience in general. Well, even I thought about that. I have a lot of things like details to tell, but I guess that it will be very long. So, well, I guess that everything is okay. There is no question I wanted to answer, and you didn't give me, like, you asked me about anything since my families and my career and about my values, my what about my hobbies, etc. So I guess that there is no question I wanted to get. No, I guess that we talked about almost everything. For my fans?
Yes.
Well, I wanted to say them that, you know, when you are becoming the next Miss Universe in my country, sometimes I'm getting a lot of hate, like, you know, there are the other side of book. And I wanted to say, first of all, thank you for your nice words and for your support and for loving me, for following me. First of all, I wanted to say thank you, and after that I wanted to say that I will try not to disappoint you. I will try to do my best, even if it will be hard for me, physically or mentally or any other way. I will try to do my best not to disappoint you, and even one day we'll meet. You know, I am like, I really grateful for your attention and for your support and for anything else. So I wanted to just be grateful and say that like, keep up with me, follow me on Instagram, write me a kind of a good comment, because I really need that. And you can also add me on Facebook, where I have an account as well. You can write me whatever you want, whenever you want, and I will try to answer to all your questions. That's it.